Alright, welcome back everybody. As you can see, this is not Kerbal Space Program. I decided to do a video after a long time of not doing videos on possibly my favorite game of all time, and yes, this is from 1998, if you can believe it or not. This is Battlezone 1, not Battlezone 2 or Red Odyssey. Those ones are a bit weird. I'll try to explain as much as I can, but as you can see, I am playing against another player, and yes, there's still an active online multiplayer community. He does know that we are on YouTube. Everything's all good on his end, so we're clear and all that. The premise of this game is, you can see in the top left, I got options and everything. I'm going to have my constructor follow me by hitting 8 then 1. 8, as you can see, selected my constructor, then 1 was the follow me command from that menu. Tab to close out of a menu. From my recycler, I can build more scavengers and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to build a factory so I can build more tanks. Scavengers are the ones that go around and pick up these chunks of metal and everything. Bottom left, you can see where I am. I'm the one with the white line coming off of me telling me which direction I'm facing. And all at the same time while I'm building this base and whatnot, I'm also in a tank myself with weapons and everything like that, so I'm expected to fight with the rest of them. So while I'm building the base, doing resource management and everything like that, I'm building a base. As you can see right here, I just put down a silo. So he's going to deploy and make a silo where the scavengers can drop off the scrap instead of having to go all the way to the recycler. There's two ways you can win the game. In the top middle-ish area, you can see my opponent and me have lives over there. That doesn't mean killing my tank, that means killing this pilot here. And there's my tank, by the way. So, we either kill our actual pilots ourselves, or we kill all the opponent's buildings. That includes this recycler. You cannot rebuild a recycler no matter how hard you try. This armory over here that I built makes weapons, ammo, and health for you. There are buildings that will provide me with ammo and health as well. Building another scavenger there to speed up that process. And top middle leftish area, you can see my scrap and how many pilots I have for vehicles. And as you can see with the factory, I'm building more tanks. This isn't really a tutorial, I just felt like making a video and whatnot. I'm going to start setting up defenses here because I'm going to need them. But before that, I'm going to tell all my tanks to defend the recycler. Let's see here. I gotta figure out where the enemy is gonna be coming from, so I gotta do a little bit of a scouting mission here. And whilst I'm out, away from the base, I can still make tanks and turrets and all that kind of stuff. I'd primarily just focus on the tanks, though. Pretty sure this one's empty. I should have had my constructor following me. Yep, this one's empty. So what I can do is actually set up a silo down here, so I can also get the scrap from these areas. Once my scavengers get all the ones from up top there. So I'm going to sit here and wait. I already know that the enemy's going to be coming from the bottom right-hand corner of the map, so I can use the terrain to kind of set up defenses and whatnot. And while I've been gone, you can see my offenses that I already have 5 tanks there, all set up, ready to go. I can have them follow me, I can direct them to attack specific enemies, all that kind of stuff. And right now it is kind of a slow part of the game. It's pretty much setting up your resource management, trying to be clever enough to outwin the enemy. Typically in a real-time strategy game, the one who controls the resources is the one that's going to win, so that's what I'm trying to do down here. setting up this silo here. And if he wanted to come and grab the supplies from here as well, he would come through this canyon right here. So I'm gonna build a solar power array, and then I'm gonna put at least one gun tower with it, so if any enemies come from that direction, they'll be attacked. As you can see, I keep telling my new tanks to protect the recycler. Got a little bit of a slowdown on scrap income because the scavengers are having to travel between the silo and the scrap and the little canyon they're in. Nothing crazy though. And me having a gun tower right here will also confuse the other player a little bit, making him think that my base is actually here, so he'll focus fire more down here than up where my actual base is. Okay. And now a little trick to teleport your constructor across the map. I'm going to select the constructor with 8, then I'm going to hit 0 for recycle, and he will destroy himself inside that silo. And once he disappears off my little menu there, I'm going to build a new one. 5, 8. And he's going to be right over here now, because you can only have one constructor at a time. So now I got that. Scrap silo and gun towers. I do know that he is going to be coming from this direction, southeast, which is through this canyon. So if I wanted to set up a defense, it's once again going to be S-powers and gun towers. How many tanks do we got? We got 7 tanks, so I can continue building tanks. If I can get enough scrap, I'm also going to make some howitzers so I can hit them with artillery. Now, he's being a little weird. Normally, players attack by now. I don't know what he's waiting for exactly, or if he has something up his sleeve, but that's pretty much what this game is. It's all the RTS elements, but at the same time, there's many first-person shooter elements as well. I don't see anything in his base yet either, which worries me. Okay, there he is. He has gun towers and all that. So, we're gonna back off now. And to take out those gun towers, I actually am going to either send my entire tanks straight into them, or I'm going to use my howitzers once I get those built. You can only have 10 offensive units, 10 defensive units, and 10 utilities, and you can also only have 10 gun towers. Luckily, howitzers count as defensive units, so you can have 10 tanks and 10 howitzers for your offensive run, which I find to be one of the better options. It's telling me I can't build it there. Yellow means it needs power, so I'm gonna have to put another S power here. I try to keep them backed away from the gun towers a little bit, because if you destroy the solar power, then the gun towers are no longer operative. But if the solar powers are back far enough out of any form of danger, then they will focus fire on the gun towers, and typically it's with explosives and stuff like that, so you want to kind of keep that to a minimum. And here he is. I just targeted him, and that little dot tells me where to aim if I planned on hitting him. I'm sorry if the volume on the weapon sounds is a little loud or anything. There we go, just hit him a couple times. I'm gonna put a proximity mine there. It doesn't do that much damage, but it's still enough to deter him. He is a human player, so he's much more capable than any AI unit, but the AI units still in their own right can definitely hold their own in a fight. Right there, I just built a supply depot. That way I can recharge my ammo, which is at the bottom right. You can see this tank has 2 slots for cannons, by the C symbols. Has a slot for a mortar, and the special I have proximity mines. All of that I can change up in the armory. Most vehicles have their own little setups as far as weapons and whatnot go. And I have just enough scrap, plus 2 extra to build a hangar, which will repair my ship if I get damaged. Now, he knows that I'm set up here now, so he's not going to be tricked by the things down at the bottom. I'm also going to have to block off this canyon, because he can come from here as well. I have to wait for my scavengers to get down across the map. You can see I'm moving on the radar there. It is a kind of hard radar to make sense of, but once you play long enough, it all makes sense. In the description, I'm also going to put a link for the download of this game, completely free. It's open source. Like I said, active online community. You don't have to sign up for anything, any of that crap. Fully activated game and everything, and it even comes with a single player campaign, so you can learn how to do everything that I'm doing. Your vehicle, you got forward, you got backwards, you got strafe, and he's attacking down here now. He destroyed the gun tower, that's what that message is. I'm trying to get down here as quickly as possible. He destroyed the silo, so things are going to be a little difficult. Let's see if I can't chase him down. I do have more health than him, so I move faster. Missed. There he goes, up into the sky. Where he can also snipe me out of my cockpit if he can land a really good, precise sniper round. Just landed on the side of this mountain. It's gonna be right around here. Aha! He's trying to sneak up there, so when I sit still to heal or something, he can take shots. Boom. He no longer has 1 life. Now I need to go and rebuild the silo down here, which is unfortunate because it takes a while for those scavengers to really do anything. But we will accomplish what we're here to accomplish, which is beating this guy. And at this point, it shouldn't take too much longer. He doesn't look like he has very much experience in these types of games. I'm sure he's an experienced player as far as dogfighting goes, but the strategy element throws off a lot of the players that are currently online. Very rarely will I get beat in a strategy game. There are deathmatch games and everything like that where it's just vehicles fighting each other. You don't have to build a base or anything like that. And at this point, I think I'm going to try and lead an attack and see how it goes. I just told all my offensive units to follow me, and then I'm using the target key right now to see. Okay, so he's looking to cliff jump. That's where he gets up on this cliff, and then he dives down onto my recycler and destroys it. 1 solo tank does have enough ammunition with the right weapons to destroy a recycler. If you don't waste your ammo on anything else. I killed him again, so this may be a shorter game than I thought. Just gonna check out here. He's got a lot of gun towers in his base. There's his recycler. He's playing as Soviet, so everything looks quite different. Factory over there. Now that he's down to 1 health, he's certainly going to take it a lot easier. But I think what I'm going to do... Pretty sure that's the only gun tower there. Let me check radar. There he is. what he's doing exactly. So I'm going to have my AI attack him, so I just control 1 to select all your offensive units, and if he stays out here, which looks like he might be, now he's going back in his base, but up at the top left there you can see that I have an option to attack him. Okay, all my units are here, so I'm gonna find that and tell them all to attack that gun tower. Then once they find more enemy targets, what they will do is engage those as well. There we go, they should be breaking through here pretty nicely. They're gonna keep attacking everything. Sorry about the game noise and everything like that. Looks like he left the game. He gave up. Well, guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm sorry it wasn't a Kerbal Space Program video. Au revoir.